Yeah, yeah. I still cash in. Welcome to Beyond. Welcome to Beyond. Welcome to Beyond the Slab, where my words leave dents in your cap. Your whole little camp keep watching my page like broke little clowns in the glass front cage. Got Dean talking about me every day. Same tyrant, same broken replay. He want my name in every single line, but he still can't keep his own shit fine. Corey in the back with that vacant stare, hands in his pockets, lost in the air, looking real puzzled when the jokes land clean, like he walked in late to a fight on screen. I don't need props, I don't need cheers. I got your group chat feeding me tears. You call it beef, I call it free. Y'all making a trailer, I'm the whole damn movie. Every time you speak, you lose the room. Every time I post, it's another tune. You throwing mud, but it don't stick. I'm too damn sharp, too quick, too slick. Beyond the Slab. Yeah, that's the name. Beyond the Slab. Y'all playing the game. God dang won't stop, he can't move on. Corey in the back while the truth rides on. Beyond the Slab. Let them all see. Beyond the Slab. You ain't built like me. Talk all night, still ain't gotta win. Keep my name out, I still cash in. Now God dang act tough for the feed, but he fold up fast when he meets that heat. He got a mouth like a busted truck, all noise, no torque, just bad luck. He swear he know what I really meant, but he missed the joke and he missed the point. He chased that clout like a dog on trash, then trip on pride and eat that crash. And Corey just stood there, straight face dead, like is this a bit? In the middle of the bed, your whole operation got no damn spine, just 3 week takes in a wasted line. I'm disrespectful. Yeah, maybe so, but you brought that stain to my front row show. Now every time you try to get brave, you get turned to a punchline and put in the grave. Every time you speak, you lose the room. Every time I post, it's another tune. You throwing mud, but it don't stick. I'm too damn sharp, too quick, too slick. Beyond the Slab. Yeah, that's the name. Beyond the Slab. Y'all playing the game. God dang won't stop, he can't move on. Corey in the back while the truth rides on. Beyond the Slab. Let them all see. Beyond the Slab. You ain't built like me. Talk all night, still ain't gotta win. Keep my name out, I still cash in. You want a chaos, and you gotta mirror every fake ass grin. Look a little clearer, say my name again. Make the clip go.
What is going on, people? Welcome to Slap Chat Live. I'm your host, Terry, coming to you live from the Las Vegas Strip. And man, you guys know what I do, and you bet your ass I'm going to offend some people again this week, and that's what I'm known for. So let's get started, man. The first thing I do want to get into, though, I noticed Ding and Dong over there and the meth head all seem a little confused on Ron's situation. Here's the thing. Ron contacted me after last week's drop, and he did inform me this. With everybody concerned whether this is his actual retirement match, final match, or just his final match to his contract, he has told me he will give me the exclusive first interview when he's ready to make that announcement very, very soon. So that's what I will tell you. While I'm laughing at everybody else, I kind of have the inside Iggy on it. Again, I don't go to Ron and ask him a lot of stuff. In fact, when I found out about his match was literally after Power Slap 21, he messaged me right away. I didn't watch the press conference, and that's when he informed me of it. Because I don't go to Ron for many reasons, and that's the main one is obviously Frank and them would think, because of our friendship, would think, okay, he's the one that leaked it. So I never go to Ron. He actually informed me after Frank announced it, and I was a little surprised that the match was signed myself. But that's to give you guys an idea. But he will give me the interview to answer everybody's question on whether he is ready to retire or what that was the end of his contract or what his future plans are in slap fighting. So I'm happy to announce that. I know Slap News, again, they're a little kind of want to know what's going on. There's supposed to be news information. Slap News just knew I get the inside Iggy on everything over here first. Now, another thing I'm super happy about, if you guys notice, I was able to get some interviews in this week 2 drops so far. I got another one I'll be putting out tonight or tomorrow, as well as more scheduled. Guys, if you have noticed, there's been a lack of interviews with my work schedule. Man, some people were out there saying, "Oh, this guy don't work. He's a bum." All that shit. That's not true. I actually have a very good job. I'm happy about. But I've been busy. But starting this week, I actually went back to 4 days so that I could focus a little bit more on content for this platform, because this platform is fucking growing. I put out a video yesterday, 2 of them, interviews, and both of them hit 500 views within 10 minutes. And I was shocked. So, that's just to show how fast this platform's going. So I will now be focused on putting 3 days a week to this platform, getting more interviews in and stuff like that. Because I don't know if you noticed, the other platforms, they're only getting people that nobody really gives a fuck about anymore, especially when you're seeing like the crazy Hawaiian all the time. And we get into that in just a few minutes. But I am super happy to be adding more time back to this platform and be doing more interviews in the very near future. I don't know if you see, I'm starting a new series called Legends of the Sport, where I'll be going back and covering some fighters that some of you may not know or even heard of, but who founded this sport from the beginning. Now, I do want to get into, speaking of adding, well, hold on. Yeah, speaking of adding people to this sport, let's get into the women's sport. Women's divisions, if you will. We all saw the No Chin win women's title match they had and stuff, and nobody's really impressed with this shit. Nobody. And they're promoting it. I see she was on Chael Sonnen's platform and stuff, and they're really promoting this girl. And that was one of the most boring fucking matches I've seen in a long time. I knew this card was not going to be good, but to have that as the main event and then be promoting that as like something you want to grow the sport with, it's fucking sad, man. It's fucking sad. Everybody's talking about that chin online and stuff. And man, that chin is fucking hilarious, honestly. I'm going to be doing a parody or some drops or something about that in the very near future. But the chin is, how can you call it for one and not the other? I don't get that. Unbelievable, but very unimpressed with the women's division. I think if you want to get women in this sport, you should look back to the early days before they realized it wasn't really something people were interested in. But you should look back and see some of the women they used, and they weren't these tiny women with like pool noodle arms and stuff. I'm not knocking tiny women and stuff, and they're not ugly, anything like that. But if you want women to be good at this sport, you got to get like moms who slap the fuck out of their children a few times, who've got some real experience and shit. Not these women who MMA and ballerina dancers and shit. Man, what the fuck are they going to know about hitting somebody and being effective? Some of them don't even, most of them don't even have kids, man. And the ones that do, you see what they're doing up and down Fremont, hanging all over the dudes and shit. So if you really want somebody to be successful in the women's division, let's get some of these moms, from like middle class homes and some of the lower class homes that, smack the fuck out of their children and still believe in discipline. I bet you they'll start knocking some women out real quick. And that's just my personal opinion. Stop getting these tiny girls that, have to smack a fucking bug 3 or 4 times to kill it. Now, Anthony DeFrank, I want to get into his statement, man. First of all, this is what Anthony DeFrank's excuse was in his statement for him walking off the stage like a bitch when he showed pussification, if you will. Here's a statement.
As soon as I went to go do the defense behind my back, I felt that shit immediately. And then them trying to set me up alone, just pushing my chin in the air. And the craziest part is, you can ask every fighter in the rules meeting the day before. I went personally up to Mark Smith and asked him. I said, my defense looks fine. He's like, yeah, 100%. I said, okay, if you try to put my chin in the air like this, I told him straight to his face, I will walk off that fucking stage. And exactly what he did is try to put my chin in there, and I walked right the fuck off. I already told him straight to his face. I'm like, that's not fucking happening. Out of 5 matches, they never once had a problem with my defense. But now it's an issue. Now, get the fuck out of here. You ain't setting me up.
Now, first of all, some people say you should not make fun of people's handicaps. Fuck that noise. I was a quadriplegic. I've been there. I'm fat. I can make fun of all that shit. I've been there. So those that say you can't make fun of a handicap if you're offended, go ahead and run now, because I'm about to make fun of this fucking retard. And that is his handicap. He is a fucking retard. First of all, what do you mean you told them? Who were you getting paid by, or were you paying them? What the fuck do you mean you told them what you're going to do? Are you... Well, I've already answered that. We know you're handicapped. You're a fucking retard. Bro, and you're a bitch. You're sitting there with your arm wrapped up and shit, but that arm was waving the fuck around. You had no problem even when you played the injury on the first one, realized you got a second whack, that arm was good again. And then when you realized you were going to get hit, then it went back to bad again. You're a straight up bitch, and I've been saying that since the beginning. I only have one question for you, and you didn't answer that over on that fucking platform. Do you still charge $500 for interviews? You know, you want to charge $500 when you are nobody. Now you're a huge fucking vagina or a JJ, if you will, and I want to know what your fucking fee is now. You might have somebody that still gives a fuck and might want to interview you. But I do got to move along here. So let me jump over to my notes because you know I'm getting into that geeker fucking dude in just a minute. We all seen him. He's getting up off the couch. He's literally just getting off the couch. And if you didn't catch it, he's getting off the couch. Like he had no training. He got off the couch. But I want to talk about the crazy Hawaiian who's getting off the couch. People, we saw your comments. Yes, he is a fucking geeker. And we're going to bring up some of them comments so people don't think I'm bullshitting because he is getting off the couch. People are saying they're concerned. I want to cover a few things about the crazy Hawaiian. First of all, many people have tried to help this dude, not just Vern. I know for a fact I have seen messages, private messages where Pono tried to help him and other fighters. I won't get into names, but I've tried to help him. His family has tried to help him. He doesn't want to help people. He is a fucking addict. He does not want the help. I see Slap News was trying to spin it all, and there's some people that care. The people care. No, they weren't. There was people making fun of this fucking geeker. The caring is over, man. Nobody gives a fuck because this dude doesn't care about himself. He probably took that fucking money he had and he already spent it on some fucking meth. So let's be real, man. Stop bullshitting this guy saying, "Oh, people care, people care." That's why he's still doing this shit. We need to toughen up on motherfuckers like this who are fucking up and show them that, you know, if you do care, be tough on them. Stop saying, "Oh, you know, is there anything we could do?" Yeah, I see KO Chris saying, "Come stay with you." Chris, you are the last motherfucker anybody should stay with. You're having troubles supporting your own self right now. We know about the fucking $500 scam job you did to slap out sportswear, but we won't get into that. But you are the last person that should be helping anybody trying to get off fucking meth. We've seen some of your posts and shit. But as far as Crazy Hawaiian goes, man, people have tried to help this dude. I personally have, I could show you messages even after ripping into his ass. Still offered him, man, if you need help, if you want to get clean, I will fucking help you. There's messages out there. People have tried to help this dude. He doesn't want it. This dude wants to just keep going and getting a free. He doesn't want to. You know what this dude needs is a fucking job. That will get him off the meth and the other drugs that he's fucking doing, but he doesn't want to work. He does not want to work, so it leads to shit. Him sitting around, having free time and shit like that. That's what his problem is. He doesn't want to support his fucking kids, the 5 kids, and the wife he's got. He doesn't want to pay rent. So it leads to other things. There's a bigger problem than just the drugs. The guy he's fucking lazy. That's the huge problem here. But moving on, I do want to cover something else about crazy. No, I did forget one thing. People, look at their faces. If you don't see the misery that they're suffering right now, at the crap that they're putting out. You just wait and look how they look by the next event. By the time they realize they got nothing coming to them anymore, there is no good content. They're getting no inside Iggy's. They don't even know about the fucking world champion and his current status and who he plans to go to next, what he plans to do. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and bounce. If you guys still watch these guys, good luck to you. If you like this video, though, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not following this platform, be sure to do so if you want the inside Iggy on Wolverine's future. With that said, I am going to bounce, and we'll see you next week.
Clip after clip, we hit that lane. Tiny little niche, I built that name. Every episode got a laugh and a spark. You throw a little shade, I turn it to art. You want my seat? Need a taller chair. You want my lane? Buddy, it's not there. I'm too far ahead, too locked in place. You're still buffering in second place. Look at you now, all out of steam. You brought a complaint, I brought a theme. Say what you want, still hear the crowd. My little podcast too damn proud. Be on the slap, runs the room. Be on the slap, kills the doom. Go screw yourself, that's the mood. Be on the slap, stays bulletproof. Be on the slap. Be on the slap. Take a bow, take a hike, take the hint tonight. You came for the smoke, got roasted right. I'm waving goodbye with a grin so mean. My niche got a crown and you're not in the scene.